Here's something almost nobody tells you about wealth or love or the body you want or the business that you're building. None of it starts with a plan. It starts with a decision, not a wish, not a hope, a decision. I've watched people go from broke and terrified to genuinely free, not because their circumstances changed first, but because they changed first. They changed first, then their circumstances changed. And I want to walk you through how that shift happens so that you can use it starting today. So, most people never actually decide to be wealthy, healthy, or loved the way they want to be lived. Instead, they want it, they hope for it. They sort of treat their wishes like some far-off aspiration that might happen to them someday if they're lucky. Now, that's not a decision. That's a wish. And guess what? Wishes don't move. Here's 2 reasons why we avoid deciding. First, we hate committing to something that we might fail at. Yeah, you might fail at it. It feels safer to want something vaguely than to claim it and risk not getting there. And the second reason is, and this is the big one, we think that we need to know how it will happen before we are allowed to decide. And we put the how before the decision. It's like putting the cart before the horse. It doesn't work. Nobody who ever built anything extraordinary knew the how first. They decided, they showed up, and the how showed up afterwards. Life's a game, and those are the rules of the game. Decide, and then the path reveals itself, not the other way around. There's a study from 2009 that was published in Time magazine where researchers had piano players actually play, and they scanned their brains while they played. And those same players just imagined playing at a later date, and the same regions of the brain lit up. Why? Because your brain does not fully distinguish between vividly imagined experience and lived experience. So when you decide, when you really decide, you automatically start imagining the version of you who already has it. And your nervous system starts building that neural pathway of that person before the external evidence shows up. You're not manifesting from nothing. You're rewiring first, and then reality catches up. So step 1, decide. Don't wait for the how. Step 2, drop that resistance. Once you decide, resistance shows up. It's normal. It's not a sign you did it wrong. Most of that resistance is inherited. You learned beliefs about money, love, wealth, whatever, worth, safety, health, from the people who raised you before you could even talk. You picked up on their vibrations. Now try this right now. Finish the sentence. When I was growing up, money was, fill it in. Don't overthink it, just first word that comes up. I've asked that question to thousands of people, poor and rich, born with no spoon in their mouth, and others with a golden spoon in their mouth. And the same words come up over and over. Scarce, tight, hard, tricky, a source of stress. You're not broken. You've just inherited the belief system. And the same way that you inherited your last name. So here's the part that's really worth sitting with. Is it actually true that money or love or opportunity is scarce? Look at the evidence. There's more money in circulation right now than at any point in history. More ways to create value than ever before. New industries, new technologies, new forms of currency that didn't even exist a decade ago. The scarcity is not in the world. The scarcity is in the belief that you inherited about the world. And you don't fight an old belief by white-knuckling through it. You question it, you notice when it's running the show, and you replace it with what's actually true. So step 3 is build your own vivid vision. And here's a mistake almost everyone makes. They want more money or more of whatever it is, I don't care, to get away from something, away from fear, away from insecurity, away from pain, away from a problem. But that kind of wanting doesn't pull you forward. It pulls you backward. It keeps you anchored to the crisis that you're trying to escape. The shift is to want something towards an expansive future, the one that you're actually building, not an emergency that you're trying to exit. So here's the exercise. Take this out after we're done, or you can even pause the video and do it now. 36 months from today, what does your life actually look like as the fully realized version of you? Not vague, but be specific. Where do you live? What does a normal Tuesday or any day of the week look like? Who's around you? What have you built? What are you free to say yes to and free to say no to? Get specific enough so that you can feel it, not just describe it. And that number, the income, the resources, whatever it takes to fund that life, that becomes your target. Not because you're chasing a number, because you're building a memory of a future that hasn't happened yet. And your brain starts treating it as real. Because the same way those piano players' brains did, remember? Showed up when they were just imagining playing the piano. And here's your permission slip. The next level doesn't have to be your final level. If you're making, let's say, $5,000 a month right now, you don't need a plan for 100,000. You need a plan for your next expansion, the one that's going to actually change your day-to-day life. So start there. And let's go on to the next step, number 4. Live in anticipation, and then you follow through. This is the part that most people get wrong. And it's really the part that changes everything. Because once you get it, once you've decided, once you've built that vision, you don't chase it. You don't hustle at it from a place of desperation. You live in anticipation of it. And that means that you keep living your actual life. But you start paying attention differently. You notice the conversation that seems random, but isn't. The invitation that shows up out of nowhere. The idea that won't leave you alone. Now, those aren't coincidences, by the way. They're the how, arriving on schedule in a form you couldn't have planned for. I had moved to Thailand on a retirement visa and hardly knew anyone in Thailand. But I had decided before I left Germany that I would get a working visa. God knows how, but I decided it. And out of the blue one day, by choosing a restaurant, which I had never been at before, and I could not even understand what the waiter was saying at the buffet, there was like a very helpful gentleman standing at the buffet, and he turned around and he kindly explained and translated to me what the waiter was saying. And this gentleman was so open and so relaxed and so friendly. We sort of easily fell into a chit-chat with his girlfriend and my boyfriend, and we decided to get together later on that evening for a drink. And that's when he told us about his real estate profession and how he gets work visas for his European partners and investors. And the rest is history. Oh, I forgot to mention, he had also walked into another restaurant. But for some reason, they had walked out and they chose to walk into the one that we did. It was a restaurant that they did not know either. And that is how we met. Now, that's not a coincidence. That is the invisible in the 4th dimension becoming visible in the 3rd dimension through energetic frequencies. And the pattern is almost never linear. It's not decide and then you get a straight line to the result. It's decide, release the resistance, build the vision, and then stay alert. And when something shows up, follow through on it. Because that last part matters as much as the vision itself. The plan arrives after the alignment, not before it. Your job isn't to hunt it down. Your job is to be paying attention when it arrives, and to move when it does. And as it happens, I had also decided that I was going to learn Thai. I was going to learn how to speak Thai. I had just had a massage and some treatments. I could not understand the breakdown of the bill, of the invoice that the therapist was showing me. So as I was coming to terms with my translating app on my phone, another Thai client, she had finished her treatment and she walked into the reception area where I was. And she very kindly asked me in perfect English if she could help me. You know, I was so surprised by her perfect English. And she was so friendly. that out of the blue, I asked her if she would be willing to teach me Thai daily for 15 minutes. And the answer was yes. And there is another perfect example of reality meeting you where you are at. Now, this is part of the transformation. Let's call it another step. Expect the contraction. Because one more thing that you need to know before you start this, because it will happen. Growth, like I said before, is not a straight line. It's not a walk in the park. Money, life, business, they all move in cycles of expansion and contraction. That's not a sign you did something wrong. It's the pattern itself. And when you hit a contraction, and you will, the panic response is to assume that the path is closed. The path didn't close. Something in that contraction is dying, so something better can take its place. Old income streams, old identities, old ways of operating, they often have to fall away before the next level can come in. It's like those reptiles that lose their skins. It's pruning. It's not punishment. I've gotten out of the habit of always saying I got into the habit of always saying that everything turns to my advantage, even though it might take a lot of hindsight for me to see it later. But I got into the habit of saying that. Now, if you know that going in, a setback won't derail you. It's just the next data point in a pattern that you already understand. So decide, drop the inherited belief that's not actually true, build a vision specific enough to feel real, live in anticipation instead of chasing, and when the contraction comes, don't panic. Trust the pattern. That's the whole transformational shift. It's not luck. It's not a personality trait that some people have and others don't. It's a sequence you can actually run. And this is exactly what we build together, step by step, inside Align to Attract. Bye for now.